Okay. Going to start. Do I need light? I should just get a ring light. Oh, okay, that's not bad. Oh, that's less than good. I'll move this over here, maybe. Oh, jeez, I don't know. it does something. I don't know if it's a good something or a bad something. Like you can tell. I don't know if it's necessarily needed. Ugh. And that eye is droopy. My eyes are tired. I have a lazy eye. It's neurological, but like essentially my brain doesn't like to use this eye. So as a result, over the years, or especially when I'm tired, my like eyebrow just closes. This eye works, so it's just more alert and it's just more like up here, you know. Anyway, not important. So today, oh yeah, if you guys tuned in yesterday, you watched me struggle through. Yeah, it was yesterday. You watched me struggle through explaining the things that I did over the vacation. It wasn't that much. We explored a mini to one. I don't know why I highlighted that here. I guess I can go the times. Yeah. Whoops. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we had a mini to one preparation. We used this for a little, or I used this for a little while, and it seemed really good, but then I kind of realized that how I was measuring performance was incorrect. It was bad. Getting used to the split keyboard. So as a result, I changed a bunch of other things and kind of abandoned the mini to one stuff. I might, if I continue doing this, I would really love to move on to like some game dev stuff. But I've been working on this, and my intention was to not continue to do any of this AI stuff anymore, and to do to do game dev stuff. But when I reviewed it the other day, I think this was Saturday, because I was going to talk about it Sunday, which was yesterday. I kind of got excited about stuff again, and I was like, oh, maybe I could do this, or maybe I could do that, or oh, it's really cool that I was able to recreate or reproduce the results on my machine and all that stuff. So I kind of got sucked back into it. But anyway, the goals right now is to just parse the CS. Oh yeah, I guess to not be a scatterbrain and finish what I was going to say. We did the mini to one stuff, and then we also fixed our data because some of our data was incorrect. And then where's the other one? The feature. Oh, is none of that in here anymore? Where's oh, check feature correctness. Okay, so I put this in here, but this wasn't actually incorrect. It's just the data that we were passing. I don't want to say it was incorrect, but it didn't work with this code. So now we changed it so it passes in values that this function kind of expects, and that results in correct feature, or the check feature correctness working as expected. So we went from like, I believe, oh, I don't have the document open. I think it was something ridiculous. Like we had like 97% accuracy, which was to say that the model 97% of the time, or 96% of the time, the model was like within 0.5% of the expected values, which was crazy. But that was because we passed in negative numbers, and when you do a less than check with a non-negative value and a negative value, that obviously is not good. So that was the big thing. So after playing around with the mini to one and then figuring out that this was incorrect, the next thing that was incorrect was these inverse difference. We needed this here. And those were the three big things. I did a lot of like formatting and like other things, And yesterday I also talked about how it was kind of surreal that I was like, oh man, I did so much stuff over the vacation. But a lot of that was just waiting for data to process. So to me, it felt like a long time, but like the amount of stuff that I have to show isn't that much. So, yeah, with that, I think we're gonna get into it today. So the other thing that I wanted to do is that before we just had this, we were just processing the euro dollar, and we only had one CSV here. So now I want to be able to handle multiple CSVs, and basically each of these are going to be its own time series problem. So we're basically going to treat each of these as its own like instance, but we're still going to model the same, or we're still going to train the same model. So here we're going to adapt. So today we're at least going to adapt this function to to make each file its own, to make each CSV its own time series problem. And then we can, so we'll do that here, and then we can do the data massaging for each, or the data processing, I guess, for each file time series problem. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna do that. So let's see. Do I want train set? What is that? Just an empty thing, and then we can have test set. That can also just be an empty thing, right? And then we're just gonna comment these bad boys out, right? And then bars. I'm gonna go from the training folder. I don't know if I need that or not. We're gonna add it. We're gonna pass in the train set. Choo choo. Okay. Set? Oh no, that's a keyword. Time set. Okay. Map to separate files. We're doing that. Oh yeah. Okay. And so we're just gonna make an entry. So here, I don't know how to make an entry. Time set, can I just do that? File name, well, let's just add. And then we're just gonna do, how do you make a bar data? You don't call init, do you? You just do that, and so bars is gonna be np zeros. The length of content 4. Yeah, okay. Right. Yeah. 'Cause this should take me to that init function, right? Okay. Okay. And then I think we're gonna get rid of all of this right now. Oops. Oh, I don't need to be, just delete till that, I guess. Okay, and so then here we can do time Cool, all right. How do can I just print, train, set? I'm sure this is not going to work. Python. Oh, yeah. We don't return anything anymore. Oh. Oh, cool. Oh, wow, that's everything. The USD CAD, USD Swiss franc, JPY. Sick. Okay. It's nice that it gave us like the object data. Oh, okay, so yeah, it's bar data object. Okay. So it just gives us the reference, the pointer. I was honestly half expecting that. Makes sense because it's in a class. If it was probably just bars, it probably would have printed the array. I was half expecting it to just print out the array and just have it be like just a flood of stuff. So yeah, that was nice. So how do I iterate over KVP train set? Does that work? And print KVP key. Is that a thing? String. Oh, okay. So when you do this, it is the key. Yeah. Okay. So if I just want to print string set key bars, we'll just see. It's a flood. Oh, it's truncated. Cool. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Oh, you know what? I should probably do. Key new. Actually, yeah, no. So we want a new line before. Won't make sense for the first entry, but it'll make sense for subsequent. Okay, cool. Audi. Yeah, that makes sense. Euro dollar. GBP. New Zealand dollar. USD CAD. Swiss franc. Yeah. Oof. Oh, this is at the end of 2020. Okay, so that makes sense. I was gonna say, because I think now it's like 145. Would that be? So $1 is 145. Yeah, so that would be a weak dollar right now. 103. So if $1 gave you 103 Japanese yen. Okay, well that just worked like exactly how I wanted it to. So I think we're gonna do something similar here, unless I actually look up how to use dictionaries better. Is I think I'm just gonna iterate for both the training data processing stuff and the training and testing. We're just gonna iterate over the key, I think. And then just pass in the information like normal. Oh, I'm not a fish. don't know if that works. Whenever you hiccup, I read somewhere, I think Hank Green said that, or was talking about how when you get the hiccups, we don't know why we have hiccups. Maybe we needed it when we were a baby, but like sometimes you get hiccups and it doesn't make sense. And so you just remind yourself that you're not a fish. And it gets rid of your hiccups. But I also do other things like hold my breath and like drink water while I remind myself I'm not a fish. So I don't know if just telling yourself you're not a fish actually works or not, or if it's the other things. I have no idea. Usually I get that way when I'm after eating like bread. I had garlic bread with dinner. It was delicious. But yeah, it dried out the throat. Alrighty. Woohoo! Hold on. Not all that. Delete 3 up. Yeah, sure. Does it count the bar that you're on? Hold on, let me undo. So if I was here, delete 2 up? Oh, interesting. Why would it be 2? Because I'm here. Oh, maybe it's delete this line. So you always just delete the current line, delete 1 up. Yeah. Okay, so you go to line. So delete 131 and then up 2. So it would be delete all these lines. And that would bring the return up to line 3. So I probably just, up to line 2. 2 up. Okay, there we go. Parse CSV and burrs. Then we're gonna get test. And then test set. Yeah. Okay. Now here. Do I need this? No. Boom. Okay. So yeah, we're just going to do that loop that I had. We're going to do train set first. And then we're going to key bars. Where's 1? Oh, that's the. I don't think difference needs that value, but that's fine. And so we do want to keep train scaled here, but I think we want min p to be stored in the train set key dot min p. Oh, I guess you can't see that because it's trunk created. Sorry, someone favorited my post on Fostodon. So now I have to see who it is. Cool. Not a bot. Awesome. Perfect. That made my day. min p and then train set key max p, and then we're going to, what's the thing, scale, and then train diff, okay, and then now we do train set key supervised train scaled. Yeah, and we're not doing many to one right now. Cool, and so then, actually no, we can do it here. What if I just print? This probably isn't gonna give me what I want. I wonder if you can override the print function in Python. Fuck. Use a with. Maybe like with train set key. I don't expect this to work at all. What do I want to do? Go to the Shift I. Yeah, there we go. Or just go bars. Print min p, print max p. Maybe I need an as. Supervise. I might need an as at the end. Oh, okay. Sure, that's fine. Let's do it this way. Sick. Yeah, that is definitely JPY. Okay. Wow. Ooh. I don't like that. That's incorrect. I think. Oh, maybe this data's not that great. No. Do I have more data errors? Okay, so this is min p and max p. So, and this is the data associated with it. So this is all the same data. Here, let's just ignore. Oh, frick. We'll just ignore this data. So that doesn't exist. But so if this is supposed to be the maximum, then like all of these are higher. Let's go look at that. Train diff with the bars. Oh, that's the diff. Never mind. Yeah, that's probably right. Okay. Yeah, because that's diff data. Okay, cool. Yeah. And that would make sense that these are bigger, that the diff data for here is bigger because these are bigger numbers. Wow, it's crazy. The biggest differences between a time period. That's an hour. That's insane. That might be wrong. I mean, it is a simple math operation. I don't know. All right. Okay. Sure, fuck it. Okay, let's see if I learned my... Oh, how does you go down? Is J down? Yeah, J is down. Cool. Let's be a little smarter this time. Key in test set Y. Test set key dot bars. Okay. Because we're scaling based off of the training data. That's right. Train set key dot min p. So this adds some fragility to it. Because if for whatever reason in my test set I have data that is not in the training set, or I have like a file that's not in the training set, then this is going to be incorrect. Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, I think we just do that again, right? I don't want to jinx it. I'm not going to jinx it. I'm not going to say anything. Because last time I said that, I made stupid errors like... What are you working on, bud? Predict direction, not magnitude. So I'm working on a regression model, a recurrent neural network that tries to predict the next time period of stock price. In my specific case, it's 4x. price, but it should be the same as stock, or very, 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 very similar to stock. And yeah, I'm not a data scientist, so I'm not sure. I think it's only important to predict direction, not magnitude. Yes. Oops. So right now specifically we're trying to get more data. Key. So I just separated basically each file is now its own time series. Hold on. It's a little easier to explain. If I just show you some of the training. So each of these are time series problems. And so you can tell up here, this is like the raw data, but so like some of these numbers like vary differently. So like I'm trying to keep these all separated in their own like little subsection, because some of the data processing that I do to get it into a time series problem is that we do differences and then we do scaling. So I don't want to scale these big numbers because then it becomes very, very meaningless. So right now I'm just making sure each of the values in each of these files are separated. So before today, I just had one file, and I just processed one file and made sure that worked reasonably well. And so now I'm like, oh, data is kind of king. The more data you can process, like the better your models are going to be. So now I'm trying to get it to process each of these files, but I didn't want to string them all together because that's incorrect. That you would go from like the beginning of the year to the end of the year in AUD to dollar, and then you'd go to the beginning of the year to the end of the year with USD, for example, Euro USD, right? And so that's not like a time series. So instead of stringing all of these together, I keep them separate. And so then we can do this scaling stuff, and then it also makes sense from a time series standpoint. So right now, I think I have, oh, that's a little weird. Right now, I think I have everything set. This might actually take forever. I didn't anticipate me actually finishing this quickly. I guess I didn't really explain too much along the way, and I kind of ignored chat for a little bit. But yeah, that didn't seem too difficult. Let's try to run it, and if it takes a really, really long time, actually here I can just do like 2 epochs. That way, whoops, that was not Python. Oh, I saw the return. So this is gonna do nothing. Unless I remembered to remove it. Oh, I remembered to remove it. Look at that. Okay, we'll see if this hurts streaming at all. Doesn't say I have any drop frames, so that's pretty good. Oh, I wonder if it's going to give me an average loss for each file, for each data set. Yeah, it will. Okay, that's cool. Where is it? Will it just keep getting better? Because the other thing that I was thinking of doing is we can rewrite the functions. So if this is bad for whatever reason, this is just the initial idea, but instead of doing like this is kind of lazy. How I did it here, we just go through each set and then we just call the functions like normal, so I didn't have to change the functions. The other thing I could do is actually change the functions to take in the training set. That might be better. I don't know. It might not matter. It might just be the same. Let's see how this tests. Two, 3, 4, 5. We have 2 more. Oh wow, that was really wrong. Did I spell supervised incorrectly? Oh yeah, no, it doesn't have supervised. Okay. Go back. Okay, there we go. Dang it. That was a waste of 2 minutes. So yeah, how's everyone's day? Well, what else can we do? I guess while that's running. Oh, there was something else I was thinking about doing other than this. What? Oh yeah, that's right. So instead of doing like this feature correctness stuff with a threshold or a tolerance, we just calculate how off it was. So I think we would make another one here that would give us yeah, it would just return this basically. And then sorry, my stomach kind of felt weird for a second. Yeah, so instead of checking this with the threshold and just being like a pass fail, I could return the actual percentage of how off it was. Because here, what this does is it basically takes the predicted value by the neural network and the expected value that we wanted, and it will calculate how the percentage that it was off by. So if the model predicted 9 and we expected 10, I think that's 10% off. I could be wrong. It could be, I think it's 10% anyway. But what this does instead is that it takes that 10% and then it checks it like, oh, was 10% 10% less than 15%. It's like, yeah, it was. So then that's a pass, right? And if it does that across all 4 of the features, the 4 quote prices for the time period, then that's like a pass, right? And so when we return I think this just confused the model a lot. That stayed basically the same. That got worse. This got better. This got better. This might be overfitting. I might have to lower the learning rate too. That might be good. But yeah, so instead of comparing it with a tolerance value, I could just calculate like, oh, hey, here's like how off it was or how incorrect it was, and then I can aggregate all that data and I can say, oh, here's like the average lost, and here's the minimum maximum loss. What oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, so the last one's really good. Everything else is pretty not great. Oofed. Oof. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Oh, and another thing I can do, I could save the min-max prices for each currency pair instead of doing this, because that's needed if I ever use the model. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna cut this stream a little short, as if I have scheduled times for anything. Yeah, I just don't want to sit here and run through a bunch of tests with the data, and like I might make the learning rate lower and then actually do a full epoch training to see if these do in fact get better. Because yeah, obviously epoch 2, like 1 and 2 aren't really long enough. So yeah, I'm going to do some testing. Yeah, I guess I will see you guys next time. I don't know, depending on how this testing goes, I might not do AI stuff anymore. I might go on to something different, like game development, maybe some engine development, or who knows. Most likely going to be game development or engine development. Maybe learn some Vulkan. But yeah, that was it for this stream. Hope you enjoyed it. Interact with whatever website you were using. See you next time.